Alrighty, welcome everyone. I'm Teeaboo and I am here this Sunday morning, just out of the shower for Chuunibyou. Love Chuunibyou and Other Delusions, starting with episode 10. Last week we watched episodes 8 and 9, and Jesus Christ, Chuunibyou is going fast. I guess that's what happens when you watch something like 2 episodes a week. But it's weird because we started at about the same time as other things, and the other things are like halfway done, and now we're almost done with the first season of Chuunibyou. It's like, ugh. Anyway, we had episodes 8 and 9 last week, and they were good. We turned the serious vibes up a little bit with coming to understand what Rika means by the Horizon place, and coming to understand through Yuta, via his own experiences with Chuuniness, some of the potential reasoning behind why Rika is the way that she is, and understanding the traumas that led to that. So, really fleshing out Rika as a character, which serves as the necessary step to go from, oh, this girl's a crazy weird Chuuni, to, oh, this girl's an actual human being who can maybe have a relationship with our main character and they can bond over stuff. And then that's kind of exactly what happened in the next episode. In episode 10, Nibutani has been kind of realizing that Rika and Yuta are kind of growing closer together, and she starts to try and facilitate that, essentially letting Rika know the feelings that she doesn't understand herself, which is useful, but let's just say that while Nibutani presents herself as very experienced, her real-world experience with romance and stuff doesn't seem to be all that robust. It seems to be more Chuuni-ish, relying on horoscopes and stuff and, you know, manga techniques and things. So she tries to play matchmaker. It fails miserably every time because Rika's a doof, and also Yuta's a doof, and they just doof really hard against each other, and nothing gets through. But eventually they end up on the roof trying to do a misattribution of affection thing up there with the scary heights making your heart doki doki. But things got really dangerous. Rika started to fall, and then in a bit of a bringing it around to the first meeting that they had, he allows her to descend from the roof above and saves her. And they just embrace each other for a really long time, which is super cute. And Nibutani watches on from the sides and is like, step 1 complete. So I feel that. I get you, Nibutani. I think we're in a position now where we can root for their relationship. I want to know what the next step is going to be. I assume it's going to be more horrible fumbling. And that might not actually stop being horrible fumbling with little bits of wholesome moments until the last episode of the season, which would be, hold on, wait. It's 12 episodes and then an OVA, right? Yeah, okay, so I'm kind of expecting that this will resolve in episode 12. We'll see if we end up... I'm not sure how many episodes we're going to watch today. We're definitely going to watch 10 and 11. The question is, do I want to watch the OVA and 12? Or do I want to just bite the bullet today and watch 3? Probably want to watch 3, but we'll play it by ear and see by the end of 11 how we feel and what we want to do. So we'll see. We'll see. But, I'm kind of expecting some kind of romantic resolution in episode 12 and 10 and 11 to lead us there in a humorous, ridiculous, over-the-top fashion. With other things thrown in, and B-plots and stuff. Okay? Cool. I'm kind of excited. I'm excited to see more of this more serious side of Chuunibyou. I find that it's a nice balance with the ever-present comedy. I always feel like you kind of need one to offset the other. You need a little bit of mixing it up, or draining occurs. But we've got 2, maybe 3 episodes of Chuunibyou left. Let's watch the first one on our docket for the day. So I've got episode 10 of Chuunibyou up and ready to go. It is sitting at 0 seconds. I believe that I've got the subtitles right. There will be 2 versions of this reaction. You can find a picture-in-picture version with the video up there, linked in the description, and a timer-based version up on YouTube. If you would like to do a syncy thing and sync up your own copy with the timer-based version, you're welcome to do so. Just get your copy ready because the beep beep timer to count you down will be coming at you now. I feel good this morning. It's cool. Yeah, I feel good. Like I actually slept. That's how I feel. Oh. Really? Oh, are we gonna do the same thing from his side? Maybe, who would he go to? Would he go to fucking no. Oh my god. He would. Of summer. Oh, yep. Well, connections occurring. And okay, it wasn't my pen. I'm good. Good to go. You know, before I started this video, with the previous episode, I tested out some of the subs on it. One of the other sub tracks actually bounces the subs back and forth every line. It's the worst. Like, text. Ah! Why? I don't know what she's doing. What is this? What is this bullshit? Damn, I missed it. I can't really go that way. Holy crap. Yeah, my left hand doesn't like doing that. It likes going this way. Counterclockwise is fine. Clockwise is not. It's counter on your screen, though. Fuck. That's weird. Peace. Okay, festival's in full swing. I need to move this, like, slightly back. Pandora's lunchbox of the Holy Mother. Huh? Aha. Sure. Oh, she's completely lost in what happened, trying to figure it out. Oh boy. Whew. Zero reaction. Oh, she's trying to feel if it's the same. Oh. Oh no. Well, Dekamori definitely feels it. Alright, I heard that. Kinky. Back to the windowsill. Nope, it's me. Yeah. Yeah, this is real shit. Can you blame her? He's real powerful. And how will Dekamori take this? Uh-huh. What is she fiddling with? Oh. Murder. Oh. She's so lost. Yeah. Not the person to ask, though. She's gonna give actually good advice just couched in Chuuniisms. I love hate it. Alright, Dekamori's rooting for her. That's good. Aww. Oh, and a mirrored conversation on the other side. Uh-oh. Not the person to ask, dude. You love Kumin, don't you? Sure. Right. It's just gonna flood out now. Yes, there is. Yep. Yeah, he's just like, yeah, alright. I got you, man. You're in it deep. Yeah. Actually, also true. Also hell of a pose. What are you doing? What's this? That may be my favorite gag in the whole show. Oh my god. Mm. How romantic. Ah. Is it Kumin? I hope so. That would be cool. It is! Will there be food? Aw. Well, of course. Oh, wait, what? Well, because... Wait, what? Where is... Okay. Is that a beholder? I'm sorry, an eye stalk laden non-proprietary eye monster that floats? Whack, 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 whack. What a monster. Oh boy. We're gonna get serious though, right? This is gonna go well, but awkwardly. Cat's eye. And you're wishing for courage? Yeah. Not pushing. But that makes it even harder. Aww. Or, you know, putting it up against your eye. Aww. Oh, ah, ooh, Wait, is it Ickdonald's? Eckdonald's? Whoa, it's not Wickdonald's. I guess they're rebranding. Duh. Yeah, what do you want to talk about? Yeah, it's the same thing. It's the same thing. It's just really awkward because neither of you know that. Right, yeah, this is not the place for that. Now, walking home in the rain, however. Oh, they're each getting half wet. Right, y'all need to talk. Gnat fly fuck. My face is turning so red. Practice. Ooh. That's pretty. Oh, a song kicks in. Okay. Lyric insert song? Or just vocalizations? Oh, there it is. Okay. I did not expect that to go so straightforwardly. One step up, facing him, but holding the umbrella in the way. Yeah. You beat me to it, what the fuck? Let me read my script, yo. Oh my god. Do it. Do it anyway. Fucking hell. Come on. Yeah, yeah. Let's go. Shouldn't you turn around? She is bright pink. So is he, of course. Aw, little steps. Oh, so tiny. I love the edge glow throughout that sequence. That was like half the episode. Oh my god, it was actually the midpoint. Things I did not expect. A mutual love confession in the first episode that we watched. Oh, they're doing that again. Playing house again. Okay, some kind of obstacle wrinkle? Hot damn. Oh yeah, she's a chef. Hot. Who's gonna take care of Rika? Who's gonna take care of Rika? She's asking for him to look in, probably. But who's gonna take care of her? More distant family? Oh. I didn't even put that one together. I don't know. We don't know her. I don't know. But she doesn't feel about her the way that she does about. She gave up when she couldn't get through. Ooh, that is not something you like to see. That's not how this works. You push that way, it pushes back. An umbrella is not nunchucks. You can't do that. Of course she does. It's a way of holding on. And more. But isn't there? So is cutting her off from her until now fairly valid coping mechanisms. Cold turkey. That's bullshit, and she'll reject it. It won't work. It has to run its course. It has to come to a realization. You would know. That was a smart comment, though. 24. Hanekawa? We've all been there. Uh-huh. Super dangerous. Yep. Not nuts, an idiot, aho. Oh, he's all dressed up. It's just irresponsible. What's your response, Yuta? Hot damn. Do it. Say the line. By Grapthar's hammer. I'm sorry. Right. Get a stance, strike a pose, JoJo it up. Whoosh. Pow. Hell yeah. Much better. Aww. They're both so awkward about it. Aww. Orders are orders. A little bit of a kiss or something? Kind of. Hot? Yeah, weird. But cute. Who are you? Are you Mom? You just missed her. What's in the bag? Fair. No peeking, Yuta. And all of that with a complete absence of mentioning her mother. And now she's here. Hello? Huh? Take off your eye patch? Why? Not to give up the chuniness. Hi, Nibutani. You're in his outfit. She took that role. So you and Dekamori took the roles? Wait, whoa. Okay, what did we skip? Mmm. And she's out. Giving her space. Okay. Yeah? But I don't know what he did. He seems... Oh, fuck. Nani? Oh. Oh. Oh, there's an after credits. Just a little bit. Oh, that line. With love, with reality. Oh. What a line! That's so good. Seconds. What are they so surprised by? Whoa. And we still don't get to know what happened in that moment, really. Whoa. Interesting and somber. Okay. Whoa. This is not what I expected. I don't know what I expected anymore. I kind of thought we were gonna meander around to this. That it would take like 2 or 3 episodes to get to the confession-y point. That this episode would be another fumbly time. And that once Yuta started talking to Makoto, I was thinking we were going to do kind of a repeat of the Nibutani situation. Makoto using his own uninformedness to try and push Yuta in a direction, right? But no, instead they just sort of like wish each other well. Like, go get him, dude. Go have at it. Let's try it. I don't know. And they both do. And it's rough. It is rough. It's awkward. It's tense. And it's weird. And they're both terrified. But that's right. That's on the money, right? I very clearly remember the first time I asked a girl out. God damn. I do not want to remember that. It went well. We dated for a good while. She was great. But man, ooh, those the first parts of it though. That was rough. And so is theirs. Having trouble working around to it, finally kind of stumbling into each other. Here. Then the rain starts, forces them indoors. The rain continues, forcing them to come closer together under the umbrella. But both of them are being rained on. Neither of them's really staying dry, and neither of them is, like, gonna mention it. And they could solve it by getting closer together. But neither of them really can. It's great. So we lose the umbrella. And then we see the lights. This is very pretty. I like this a lot. Reminds me a lot of some PBK stuff, and of course it does. But, bam. And those lights serve to give us this really pretty sort of gradienty edge lighting on the characters throughout. And it just, boom. Fucking, I love you, Utah. It's out there. It's in the ether now. It's real. So she does it staring at the lights, turns, makes eye contact for a second, puts the umbrella up, says it again. So freaking cute. Wait. You're getting ahead of things. And then saying the thing, still getting stopped by a guy going by, continuing. Excellent. And then once she actually leans on him, we get that glorious edge. And there, and especially here, and super duper there. That's really pretty. Really pretty. That with the bokeh of the lights behind and stuff. Yeah, super nice. And then the cute little pinky thing, and then the eventual follow-up pinky, like, kiss, high five, pinky five. I don't know. They keep playing house. It's still scary, very strange, and we get serious. The music kicks in a little bit more seriously, or doesn't until it does. And there's Mail. So she's going away, and she's scared because she knows that Rika and her mom don't get along that well, or at least they don't see eye to eye. That's the problem. Rika's mom doesn't understand her. Couldn't back then, it seems. Then Rika withdrew, and her mom seems to have done exactly what Toka is recommending to Yuta, which is destroy her illusions, shatter them, and prevent her from going back to that place because it's not healthy for her, right? But that's the thing. Who are you to determine that that's not healthy for her when you don't understand it yourself? You've found a way to interact with her and manage it. Like, Toka and Rika have a balance. She has physical skill that she translates into something that translates into the Horizon world where Rika cares about things, right? She can beat her. She can win. Mom doesn't have that, though. She doesn't have like, that's Toka's line of communication and the facade that she puts on to enable, like, a controlled relationship with Rika. Because she can predict Rika if Rika sees her as the priestess, the overseer. Shit. When someone is encasing themselves in protective delusions, it seems like trying to actively tear those down or strike at their assumptions is probably the least effective thing that you can do. People, what's it called? When you get more certain that you're right when you're told that you're wrong. Shit, it's a thing. It's a law. Certainty of correctness when presented with conflicting information. And it's not the Dunning-Kruger effect, because that has to do with individual skill and competence. It's when people become more set in their beliefs when other people tell them true things that go against it. Faced with evidence, double down. Okay, it's called the backfire effect, which is... And it's a cognitive bias. Good. Yes. 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 Okay. Sure. Sure. Doubling down makes her withdraw further into her delusions. The thing that you need to do is support. It's the same with a schizophrenic, right? You don't try and convince them that, like, the things that they hear aren't real if they truly believe that they're real. You don't take that route. You try to manage. You try to enable them to manage it. In this case, though, through the Chuunibyou-ness is probably going to be healthier long-term for Rika than away from it or breaking it. It's interesting. And it brings up a concern. So, mom's moving into my stead, immediately cut to a conveniently placed parent over there. Do you think it's going to work out? And we find a chink in Toka's armor again now. That she's genuinely worried about this situation. She's scared. She's been the thing that's keeping Rika, in her mind, contained, and doesn't know if her mom is capable of doing that, and doesn't know if this is going to fucking explode, and has been able to rely on Yuta kind of, though he didn't do the things that she really expected in previous moments, and knows that he's close to Rika, so she begs. She actually lowers herself and actually begs. That eye patch is the armor, absolutely. And then there's this gag, which is amazing. It's the classic Bruce Lee nunchuck. She just keeps going. Ridiculous. But that's how she deals with the gloom. Protect what? Something that isn't there? Protect the memory of her father? I don't know. Her own innocence? Maybe. Maybe. Irresponsible. Okay, old school friends of Nibutani's. They're cute. I really like her design. It's very Hanakawa, of course, because of the big braid and glasses and stuff, and also just kind of looks like Hanakawa. I like their designs. Dekamori's a goof. You stupid goof. And meeting, does a cool, meets the mom. Fuck, she gives him a bento. He has to decide what to do with it. He makes his choice. Rika, take off your eye patch. Why? Because it's the armor? Is he, in this moment, is he following through for Toka? And trying to get her to leave it behind when he disagrees with that path of action? Or is he taking some kind of middle ground? Or does he want her to see the bento without her eye patch on? To see it clearly? He doesn't talk about the lens at all. Just the eye patch. And then it seems that they fought over it. Yeah, it's a big shock. We fade out. Next thing we know, we're here. Makoto's screaming to Kumin. The bento is a thing. He gives it to her in this strangely colored sequence. Everybody is shocked by it. Physically pushing, she is really freaking out, and like, la 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 is what I get from that. Rejection, rejection. It was still warm. Full. Right? Full of love, right? Not when it comes from someone whose way of reaching out is always followed by a postscript of, by the way, are you back to normal yet? By the way, have you accepted that dad is dead? Come on, accept it. That's the vibe that I get, at least. Is that, like, it's barbed reality. Something to face. And here she just sits there and stares at the bento. Stares at it. And the next thing we know, as Yuta goes to look for her, she's up on stage singing a song to her father. And then she reveals, as she removes her eye patch, the thing that Yuta had asked for, that she's taken her contact out. That she's seen a spark of reality, I suppose. That some of it has sunk in. And then she's moving away from some of her chuuniness on her own. I don't know. We'll see. It'll come next episode. But interesting and sad, and the song, and finding out that the song was one that their father, liked. It's pretty crushing. And then the reveal. No color contact. Interesting. Okay, this moved a whole fucking lot faster than I thought it would. A lot faster. Okay, now we got to talk about my favorite gag in this entire episode and potentially in the entire show so far. Post hug, post advice. They stand by the window together, looking up at the moon, and Dekamori leans her shoulder wholesomely against Rika's head. Ew, clunk. Aww. Exact reaction that I had, right? Perfect, pitch perfect, aw scene. Friends supporting friends. Love it. Great. Now we go to the mirror scene. Two boys talking about stuff. Getting ready. Getting going. Some crazy poses. Finishing it off. Advice given. Stare up at the moon. Ew, clunk. Immediately. What the fuck? I love it. I love it. The 1-2 punch is too perfect. It's so good. I love this gag. I love it dearly. I love it a lot. Okay. I think there was only one other thing that I really wanted to look at, which was the scene where Nibutani wiggles her fingers a bunch. Which is at the festival somewhere. There it is. Yep, it is in 24. I knew it. That was all I wanted to validate. I knew they made a 24 frame loop. Or 24 FPS loop. It's actually 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think it's 6 or 7. 6 makes sense because it divides evenly into the 24. Whatever. That's pretty neat. I like it. Seeing Nibutani face off against some of her old school people was a thing. Hot damn, this episode moved quickly, though. That we got this really sincere, awesome, mutual love confession that actually worked, founded upon the awkwardness and stumbling and fumbling that it took to get there, making it feel more real and, like, relatable, and I like it. Yeah, that's good. Okay. What's next? We've got this big mom thing looming. It's going to keep looming until we deal with it, so I think we're going to deal with it. Let's find out how that goes. So I'm going to take a breaky thingy, do a sinky thingy, be back in a minute for episode 11, and then we'll watch it. See you in a minute. Peace. All right, welcome back. We're good to go for Chuunibyou episode 11. Let's dive into it. Beep beep timer. Toka leaving. Yeah. Very gray. Is she gonna delete it? Nice. Uh-huh. Hmm. Why is it all still so gray? Is that just because early morning light, you know? Give her a hug for me. Oh. The divorce. God damn it. It's a pretty serious scene, and then that. God damn it. Oh, and she's kept it off. I didn't even pick up on that. I'm stupid. Okay. Will she regress given the mama situation? But that also means that mama's been around for 3 weeks, right? Or has she still been avoiding contact? I don't know. Yeah, what's gonna happen with the eye patch? Because, like, in every piece of material, she has it. Or she's got the yellow eye. One-winged fallen angel. Well, the one-wing thing is always a deal. Pika! She just said that. Sure. Huh? What's that? So we're gonna work our way out of it, piece by piece? To what? Oh. I don't like that. Nope. You're putting a lot of energy into this. That's pretty cool. Oh boy. Is she gonna fall the fuck off? I'm not okay with that being over. That's too much of the story. No. No, that's not gonna happen. No chance. And she's gonna fall. Baka. Zero effect. Ooh. Not playing the games. Oh, Dekomori. Sure you will. Although, I'm with you. It's a little much, Dekomori. She seems to be going a little bit too far in the other direction too quickly. I don't like it. It's irresponsible of you not to, dude. So she's in drama now? That's cool. That's some bullshit. Yeah. They did sign a love contract. Did you? Yeah, she was just asleep, dude. Good. Just be straightforward about it. She is talking to other human beings. What? Whole class is just like, what the fuck? She's trying. And it's natural. Oh, okay, well, that's a good thing, I would say. Where's the other shoe and when is it going to drop? Because she would have to quit their group. Hmm. Uh. You sure? I don't know about that, man. I don't know. Feels a little empty. Feels a little bit like something's gone. And Dekamori, of course, feels it. Mm-hmm. Love letter? Fucking hell. Of course not. Immediately hides it. Oh. And she's gonna stop herself. Yeah. Enchantments aren't real, Deco. Turn on the lights. It is pretty. She's kind of giving in, but ah, ah, I am not your master. She's dissolving the club. Oof. All Dekamori wants is to be with you. All right, well, none of this is gonna happen. Can't. We're gonna end this episode with this conflict ongoing, right? No, we're at the midpoint now. Maybe. Jesus. Jesus. There's a certain point that's maybe a little far. Turn it into a hug? Yeah. Toka did. Well, thanks. I hate it. No eye patch. Oh, we're cleaning up all the junk? Will there be anything left? But this brings us back to Yuta's original throwing stuff away. And his decision to hold on to it for a little bit. Oh. Every piece has meaning to her, yeah. Hard to put it all away. And trying not to think about it. Finding himself more invested than she is. It's too ingrained into who you are. Like, what are things that are part of this, and what are part of me, and what? Yeah. Yeah, stuff on the. Whoa. Feels very not you, dude. Mm. Were they the same lights that she saw on the ethereal horizon? Ooh. I mean, that would be healthy at this point in your seeming acceptance. Same way that Toka asked him. Do you think it'll work? Yeah. Letting the whole train go by. Drawing it out. That's not what he was asking. That's not what you should have been asking, Yuta. That's what you should be asking. Aw, that becomes the thing. Yeah. Hi, Kumin. Hmm. Going with her? Or just taking her to the station? That was like almost death flag level. What the fuck? That can be a ranged Echo Mori. Okay. And will it affect her in any way? No. Oh my god. Yep, really got her there. All right, let's not. Oh, when the train arrives, oh, have to go. Interrupted. Oof. That was a fake smile. Yikes. Ow! Fucking Deco, why are you so genuine and dedicated? She knows. Hmm. Monsters aren't real. Pushed to cruelty. Fuck, dude. Well, there was their patented Kyoani tears. Ah! What a painful episode. Really driving it in and leaving it unresolved so that we can resolve it in the finale, which we're gonna end up watching because we have to. Woof. I'm a little drained. No after credits. This episode sucks, and I don't mean that in like a value judgment kind of way where I'm saying that the episode is bad. I mean that it sucks to watch. It's just through and through not right, you know? All of the dynamic that's been set up for the show up until this point has fallen apart, and it's wrong. It irks. It rankles. It sucks. Fuck. But that's kind of amazing, isn't it? I think it's kind of amazing that this sucks. Let's talk about why. How did I feel about the chuuniness in the first couple episodes? Not good. I kind of didn't like it. The humor of it didn't land super well. Okay. Guess what? I got what I wanted. Who's Rika without the chuunie? Just a person. Just a girl. Doesn't make her uninteresting or boring or not part of a romantic relationship or whatever. But she's just a person, and she's not the person that we've known. She's a person holding back. And we see that over and over and over and over. When what she's lost, I mentioned innocence at the end of the last episode. But it's not quite that, is it? It's the loss of a certain kind of appreciation and joy for the world, right? We see it with the stones. That it's childish. That childish wonder at the possibility of the impossible. Because the world is mutable and its boundaries are fluid. The joy at seeing a bunch of pretty rocks, right? The kind that you buy for, you buy a bag of at a specialty store or a boutique. And they have a big vat of them and you reach in and grab the rocks. And then, oh, and then we turn the lights on and oh, and then she stops herself. She's constantly fighting against her instincts. And it sucks. It makes her more boring and more bored. And that sucks. And Yuta's enabling it. He caused it, and he thought it was right. But now he's doubting that. The monochromatic, really dropped saturation of the opening scene really sets the tone for this whole thing. Yikes. And the very serious thank you. Yikes. So we open on the normal things. Her being awkward, people letting it go, him trying to coach her a little bit. Obviously, she's been talking to Nibutani, getting advice on things as well. Nibutani being the kind of person who went and studied in order to make herself seem normal, right? That's the idea that I get, at least. Is that she went and studied logically the behaviors, mannerisms, and ways of speaking that would make her a popular girl, right? And she's trying to impart some of that onto Rika. It's hard, it's a struggle, change the way you talk. This is pretty fun as we jump through the Ojo and other things. And then eventually we come into conflict with Dekamori. That's where things get real sad. I'm all over it, but Dekamori can't let go, because of course she can't. She relies on this. And she's part of her emotional support too. And it sucks that she can't get through, that her bond with her friend is gone, that her friend has willingly killed it. And he's pulling back too. Are you okay with this? I guess it would be irresponsible of me to ask that. Right, yeah, okay. So not asking the person in question if she's okay is responsible? I don't think so. I don't think that's a good thing at all. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. I do not like it. Rah! I do love how much I don't like this episode, because it's not that I don't like it, it's that the things that are accurately and perfectly conveyed to me are emotions that I hate. And it's intentional. And that's really good. But it's still, I hate it. Okay, talks with Makoto, moments of her reaching out to people and becoming a part of society. A smile. A question. Do you regret it? No, silly, there's nothing to regret. Are you sure about that? Now there's something else about this episode that I wanna mention, which is just like, fuck, so much of everything in this episode is conveyed with particularly long drawn out shots, or just body language, or just subtle facial imagery. It makes me really wonder who the episode director is, and it's not Yamada's style, but it is in the quality tier. But it's not Yamada's style? We're at the midpoint of the episode. I'm gonna go look. Fuck it. Who directed episode 11? Okay. There are bits and pieces. This is one of the few episodes of Chuunibyou where the episode director and storyboarder are not the same person. Storyboard for this episode is Taichi Ogawa, who also storyboarded and directed the well-known episode 10 of Violet Evergarden. I think that in terms of like emotional content and delivering upon conveyance, that tracks for me. That makes a lot of sense. Also worked on episode 14 of Hibike Euphonium and 4 and 11 of Hibike 2, as well as a bunch of other KyoAni shows. Cool. And a unit director on Liz and the Bluebird, which is important to mention. That's the storyboard. It's Kawanami Eisaku, who is the director for the episode, and was also the director for episode 1. I think that's pretty interesting, don't you? I think it's kind of interesting that the person who directed episode 1, the episode that made me not super pleased by the humorous elements, has then gone on to direct an episode that lacks those humorous elements and suffers from it, and delivers on emotional gut punches throughout this episode wholeheartedly. Cool. Well, I mean, that makes me want to keep an eye out for Kawanami and look to see if we can find other highly emotional episodes that he has directed or had anything to do with. Pretty neat. Okay, let's move along. I just wanted to mention it because I think that there is a ton conveyed with subtle things all throughout this episode, from the long pause after she asks what he thinks of going to visit her dad's grave, and the train just goes by the entire way before he answers, or just long scenes holding, and body language and stuff. In particular, this sequence is kind of amazing, and it hurts, and I hate it, and I love it. But it's kind of amazing. One, Dekamori's voice actress delivers hardcore throughout this sequence, like she is being dragged off to the slaughter. Trying and trying and trying, and just being pushed back like a child by the larger Nibutani. Zero shot. Until she's pulled into a hug and finally calms. Fuck. So we clean. We do what we were doing in episode 1. We get rid of all of it. And that puts us, for episode 12, in a similar situation to Yuta in episode 1. Stuff outside the room, in boxes. Do you keep it? Do you hold on to that in any way? So we go. We eat. It's pretty. And again, isn't it pretty? Yeah, but it's just reality. It's nothing special. Which, of course, brings up the question, those lights that she saw. The horizon? It's pretty damn similar, isn't it? Indeed, it's more similar to the train, because they're uniformly spaced windows. Maybe a train sitting at a station. It's just reality. She stops seeing the wonder in things. And that sucks, because that's the endearing part of her chuuniness, isn't it? It's just their headlights. Of course. So she brings it up. And then we watch the train go by, all the way, before he answers. And it's a strange answer. It's not quite right. It's weird. Little pinky kiss, and off she goes. You'll be back, right? Worried. Worried. Of course. That's not what she wanted, though. Dakamori's right, isn't she? So she challenges her again, this time even more emotional. And again, zero effect. This time even more dramatically zero. This time we do the same thing that we've played for laughs repeatedly. Cut to reality, show how ridiculous it is, keep the music going, keep it over the top. But this time it's just sad. It's desperate. I already told you I gave all of that up, right? What do we say? We don't. Put on that fucking fake smile. And what's that look on her face? Oh shit, he's not going to ask me to stay. Okay. Separation. Stupid idiot. Stupid fucking idiot. But she pushes him and she lays it out. You were her support. But in his mind, that support wasn't healthy. Of course she loved those things. And you hurt her. Why won't you tell her? Because it's not real and I can't change it. And he gets incensed and furious. Something that's been building up within him for a while. Fuck! This just got so much more complicated. And it's really good. It hurts. No matter how much power she believes she has. But believed in power can give you real power! Of course it wasn't what you wanted to say. To either of them. So. Is he gonna go after her? Meet her at the grave? I don't know what to expect for the finale. I have no idea. That's kind of exciting. I expect resolution. I expect Rika to become Chuuni again, at least to some extent. Probably because Yuta will open the door and be like, look, you really do have a choice. I don't mind that much. Shit. Okay. Breaky thingy, sinky thingy, back in a minute. Peace. Alright, we're good to go for Chuunibyou episode 12. Let's find out. Beep beep timer. Alright, where are we? Is this, oh, funeral day? Yep. What do you mean he's not gone? Sure. Wow, she made it there. He didn't go after. Well, no denying that. I'm at a loss. I have no idea what's gonna happen now. What the hell? Oh wait, it's not there. Yeah. It's later. Zero. How long has it been? How long has she been gone? Oof. That means they're home? Oh shit, what if somebody else moved in? No, 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 no. But all the stuff inside is still there. Dude, she just disappeared? No, it's not. Fuck off. How's Dekamori doing? Oh my god, her hair's out of twin tail. What the fuck? Yeah. Nope. Please stop. This is wrong. Decided to leave it behind. Oh. Huh? Mm. Wait, what? No. No. What? What? How? Why? What? Water. You're one to talk. Yeah. Hey, there it is. Yeah, you didn't get it at first either. Okay, Kumin, what happened to you? Have you not been sleeping? Are you okay? And there's her voice. Yeah, what are you doing? What? Oh my god. The double finger chain ring. She's on the fence. Well, no. So we're just dismantling the show now. That's not gonna fly. Hmm. Hmm. A little bit much. Hmm. Hmm. But yes. Yeah. It's also accurate. Woof. Yes, a lot. Please stop breaking the china. She's pretty gone, dude. You're pretty sad, dude. All right, there we go. Let's go. Let's go, bud. She did. Yep. But she's not her anymore. He's going to anyway. Again, ideas, external ideas. And looking for confirmation from him. Dude, no. Fuck. Wow, that was what he said. Eh? Ha? Makoto? Ha? He left a future message for himself. Yeah, kinda. That seems about right. But remember, the dark flame burns eternal. Yeah, you do. Eh, not so much, but you do have power. But what does it mean? Aw, he's going all in, borrowing a bike. I wonder if he's got his Chuuni clothes in that bag. Alright, let's go after her. Bike all the way. Nice bike. Holy fuck. Hi, Kumin. Uh-huh. Message from Rika? I don't like it. And no tears. Well, we're in her mind now. Whoa. And rejection. That's when she saw her? Or she saw him? On the balcony? Oh. It'll be demolished. Ooh. Being good. And gonna hear him above. Someone free. Having fun all by himself. Right. Well, that cuts deep. Nobody cared who I was until I put on the eye patch. And it was all a game of copycat at the start. Mm-hmm. Shit. And succeeded in finding coping mechanisms where she had none. Power of the Dark Flame Master and only you. All is for you. That's a moment. Oh shit. She heard that? No luck, but then... Just totally unfun about it. Oh. And arrival. Oh, there it is. Romantic as fuck. Let's go. Ah. Dark Flame Master. Also, my legs really hurt. I biked like a long way. Eh. It's my dick. No, I'm joking. I'm sorry. I always do that. My brain's an awful person. Love contract. Fuck you, Grandpa. Oh, let's go on the run. Yeah. Yes. Because that's what it is, right? Imagine power can be power. Belief is valuable. And again, catching her falling from a roof. Again. Perfect. What? Yes. Too good. And running time. Thanks, guys. Yeah. The whole crew helped. Oh, hi, Dekamori. Hi, Kumin. Of course. Yep. Gotta have your gear. Aww. Aww. Of course. Hmm. Yeah. Just get over the crest of the hill. See the lights. The horizon. No mention of what they are. So? Fuck. Get the fuck off. No. Holy shit, for the first time, baby. They went all out, man. That's awesome. Let's see it. Rewriting reality. She finally gets to say goodbye. Reality rewritten. Something she never got a chance to do. No, we're all a multitude. But something greater does. As long as we have friends. I don't know. Hmm. Ah, down from the ledge again. Oh, hi. Already awaiting. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Roll credits. Okay. Okay. That was really good. We see from Rika's perspective for the very first time. Hmm. Hmm. I like it. I think we have to really address it as a two-parter because 11 and 12 are so intertwined with the sinking to rock bottom before we can explode out and gain new motivations to reconnect. The reason for the sinking is perfect. The setup with the promise you'll be back, pretty perfect. I mean, it's a pretty obvious, not good flag. But yeah, wow. So she's just gone. Gone. Fuck. And then I think the most, how do I put it? The most crucial thing is some of the conversations and some of the motivations. The one with Nibutani is, I don't know, perhaps a bit generic in sentiment, but I still think it's such a valuable sentiment that it really doesn't matter that it's been used so many times, which is that normal is a construct, that we would maybe want to define as the absence of neuroses, the absence of complexes, syndromes, anything that diagnosable in the DSM. But that doesn't really work. We're all twisted and weird. Normal is relative always, and there's no defining mark for normal, not when it comes to psychology. That's not a justification for truly awful ways of thinking, but it does mean there's some variance. There's some room for a pretty wide swath of ways of thinking to be considered relatively normal. From absurd generosity to obscene selfishness and greed. Those fit a normal spectrum. They're expansions on normal emotions, but they fit, Being a Chuunibyou? Well, it's a collection of things. It's a complex, right? Part of it is the belief that you have power. Part of it is the belief that you're special. Part of it is the belief that you see things that others do not. And part of it is the belief that maybe reality isn't as set in stone as it seems. Because when we're children, especially in adolescence, it's one of the big things we have to come to grapple with. Because we start to understand how much control we have over the world. When we're just a child, we have control mostly through our parents, mostly through asking them for things or crying, right? That's most of our control. And then small manipulative, like physical control. But beyond that, we're not really capable of anything. We learn bits and pieces of social control in our early childhood to understand friends and how to interact with them and get the results that we want from those interactions. Generally, if we're generally healthy and relatively in the spectrum of normal, the results that we want are mutually beneficial relationships that lead to us both feeling pretty good about being friends, right? That's good. We also learn that we can't control other people necessarily, that we can't really stop Jimmy from stealing our toys, that adults can, though, right? And so we learn to go to teacher or to our parents, and they instill that control for us. But then we hit adolescence, and we reach this point in our lives where suddenly or gradually we're shifted from this position of things are taken care of you, but you don't have you're taken care of, but you don't have much control over yourself, toward the direction of you have complete control over yourself and nobody will take care of you, right? And in the interim, everything gets fucked. That's part of adolescence. And one of the ways that we can try and feel like we have more control than we do as we go through adolescence is through fantasy. And part of that, I think, is that humans fantasize for a reason, right? We come up with speculations, hypotheses, and then we run them through our hyper-complicated supercomputer brains to try and figure out what reality would look like after we did them. That's cost analysis, that's risk assessment, that's fantasy, right? And we do this constantly thinking about future events, and we do it constantly thinking about past events as well. Part of the self-conscious self-criticism that comes with the chooniness or anything else awkward that you may have done during your adolescence, that time you talked to a girl and fucked it up, or a guy, or whatever, anything, right? All those awkward times. You replay those, right? Those come back sometimes, and you replay them, and maybe your brain goes and replays how you should have actually answered. Or if you lost an argument because you didn't have an argument at hand, you'll replay it in a way that you won that argument perfectly. What are you doing when you're doing that? Right? It's useless, right? It's just thinking, right? I don't think so. I think it's figuring out patterns, right? The fact that we can simulate realities means that it's a survival mechanism more than anything, right? Hunter is here. Dangerous animal is over there. If I run this way, what happens? If I run that way, what happens? If I run straight out and try to fight it, what happens? Have to decide which one we're going to do, make a decision, more likely that we'll win, more likely that we'll survive, right? Same thing for talking to people, because being social is an evolutionary trait, and judging ourselves as we move along in our lives, as we become more mature, judging ourselves for our past mistakes is a way to prevent ourselves from repeating them. Those times we fumbled over our words or said something stupid, right? We dwell on them because dwelling on them teaches us not to do them again. guilt and self-doubt and things like that, second-guessing yourself can be useful. Self-consciousness can be useful. But by the very same token, the person who, in reality, takes risks and indulges in their fantasies to the extreme that they're actually acting them out, that person is pushing ground as well, and they're trying things and having fun. And the crazy part is that our self-conscious mind is usually a lot more cautious than it needs to be. In my experience, putting yourself out there, being true to yourself, as cliche as that is, but putting yourself out there, warts and all, ridiculousness and all, crazy fantasies and whatnot, there's a kind of charisma that comes with that, a kind of attraction, a kind of gravity that pulls people to you. Hey, says the guy who has a YouTube channel, who just started doing something ridiculous and stupid that everybody told him would be really stupid and he wouldn't ever make any money off of it or whatever, gave up his relatively lucrative job doing computer programming to make this happen, and it worked, right? I'm not trying to say, like, I'm the perfect example of this, but I think I know what I'm talking about when it comes to going out there, putting yourself out there, taking that risk, and sometimes it pays off in a way that the initial cost-benefit analysis wouldn't have predicted. So self-consciousness is maybe overvalued. And beyond that, it's harmful in that it hurts. Because if you're not actively trying to learn from those repeated dwelled upon emotions and thoughts, you're not going to actually learn from them. You're just going to be beating yourself up over them, and then you'll just get beaten up, which sucks. So that's a thing. But what we get here is that there's value in fantasy. That there can be value in things that aren't real. In direct contrast, well, kind of. It's not that it's in direct conflict with the sentiment that Yuta stated when he said, if something's not real, it's not real, right? It's still not real, but if something's not real, it can still be useful, right? It can still be powerful to an individual. So what do we find? We find that in his own 8th grader syndrome, which he rejected, Yuta had power that he didn't even know, because there was a charisma that came with what he was doing, a freeness, an openness, and that touched her. That touched Rika, unbeknownst to him, and she was in awe of it, amazed by it, and modeled herself after it, and found a way to escape, found a coping mechanism that she wouldn't have had otherwise. So his powerless thing, his not reality, was very real to her. So who's to say it wasn't real, right? It influenced her dramatically. It had a real impact on a real person. A significant impact. A positive impact, even. That's cool. That's cool. Power without knowing it. Power that only belongs to the Dark Flame Master. And there's another power too, which is all of these friendships that have formed. They're a real kind of power too. They're a real kind of greater thing watching over us. And they're part of that process toward maturation. But here they are, supporting. And it's wonderful. Reality may be what it is, but in this moment, Rika needed a moment to speak to her father. That thing she had never had. That closure she had never been able to feel with the reality of the cold body or the cold gravestone or the cold shrine. It was never real for her. It never sunk in. She couldn't fathom it in reality. But in fantasy, in imagination, she could finally reconcile. Fantasy is a tool in many ways. Whether it's personal fantasy on the inside, thinking something through, coming to terms with yourself or with others, figuring things out, or just predicting which option will lead to the most possibly likely outcome. It's a tool. Fantasy is a tool. But so is fantasy in a media sense, in a storytelling sense. That's a tool too, because it's like a collective version of the exact same process of dwelling on mistakes, or it can be. Except that it's everything, right? It's the good and the bad and all of the other things. And that comes from the intersection. Whether it's just an individual mangaka or an anime original, and I think it's especially true for anime originals, often each line, each thing goes through many sets of hands under many sets of eyes before it's approved and becomes part of the thing, right? Every line and scene and shot and everything has to be storyboarded and directed, and we have to determine what the composition is going to look like, how it's going to flow, what are we going to transition into it to and from. And all of that means that we're thinking about the scene a lot, right? And then we're delivering the lines that we do come up with to the voice actors. And then the voice actor director, the ADR guy, is having to instruct those voice actors on what their characters are feeling in this moment. Everything is vetted on multiple levels. And what does that mean, right? Well, it means that it's an intersection of fantasies, of things that ring true to multiple different people, right? The director, it rings true to the director. It rings true to the screenwriter. It rings true to the color designer. It feels like the tone of the scene is right. Rings true to the editor. The pacing is right, right? It all rings true, which means that it rings true for a lot of people, which means that there might be value in it, right? It might be something that we can take and incorporate into ourselves. And in the case of a show like this, what we can do is we can set up a fantasy with characters that aren't real, but go through things that are adjacent enough to reality that they're useful, that there's value in them. 8th grader syndrome. The pain of adolescence, early love, and the conflicts of it. Friendship. Being a ridiculous, goofy kid, and then regretting it. Becoming self-conscious. Grappling with your own control and lack of control over the world. These are all real things. And Chuunibyou doesn't really provide straightforward, clean answers to them, but it does demonstrate a group of fictional characters finding their own way to deal with their own problems. And when real people, watch shows like this and can relate to those characters, can relate to the experiences they're having, they can take useful things from what those characters do, how they act. And I think there are useful things in Chuunibyou. And all of that before we even started going through the episode. Okay, we're going to go pretty quickly through this one, although it's very good. Yeah, you okay? There she is, doing the thing, watering the thing. Seems very sweet, very nice, all seems well. Except, ugh. All right, we hear that, see that. At that point, I thought she was already gone, but he looks through binoculars and discovers that she is still there, or at least all her stuff is still there. Dekamori without twin tails is weird. Kumin with the eye patch is weirder, but yep, that's a thing that's happening. The power has been passed down. I do love the moment where she switches back to her normal voice. It's pretty cool. And then we get our first really serious conversation. We weren't really doing that much, blah, 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 talking about the drama club. Things are just happening, right? Life goes on. Case of 8th grader syndrome. Now we come to the topic at hand, and she starts explaining what she thinks that means, which is super important that we actually get some definitional stuff. But, like, they thought they were special because they could see things that other people couldn't, right? That was the line. Hello? Hello? Yeah, felt like they were different. Everyone feels like they're different. That's fucking adolescence, yo. If you've been through it, you know that it's isolating. that the changes going on with your body and hormones and mind make you feel like you are isolated and separated from other people. Like you're special or different. Right? No wonder 8th grader syndrome is when it comes up. A bit full of themselves. Right, we just wanted to be normal. But then she says the line, we're just caught up in our own ideas of what a normal high schooler should be. And I would say, expand on that, externalized ideas taken from elsewhere, right? Pressure from society, etc. We live in a society, it expects things from its high schoolers. Bingo bongo. So what are you trying to say? That maybe There is no normal. Maybe that idea is a construct, a confabulation, as much of a fantasy, maybe a useful one, as anything else. Maybe we're all fucked up. Bingo! It is deep. No, you're just shallow. Okay. Dishes, he's breaking them. He's a lot more freaked out than he's actually letting on or believing himself. Until this happens, she's moved. It's gone. And off he runs. Boom. Tries to go to the station. Fails. Gets an email. Oh, no, doesn't get an email. No, does get an email. Don't know what the email contained. Oh, no, it's this. This is it. They all look so happy when I said I would do it. So I think I made the right choice. Hey, what can we tie that to? How about the conversation that we just had where Nibutani tells us that, hey, maybe we were just caught up in our own ideas of what everybody else thinks is right. Seems pretty relevant. You agree, right, Yuta? Right. But that's not what he wants to say. He feels responsible for all of it, starting here, for having her take it off, but he doesn't know that he was the reason she put it on in the first place. That she took it off because he asked her to. Woof. And then the letter. This is pretty neat. Little letter from the past him. Ridiculous, over the top, but it rings true. You may have attained enlightenment and abandoned your destiny. Yes. But that's not the way things are. You have power. You are special. How ridiculous. And then the coin. Okay, so this is just a way for him to choose things. And in this case, we don't know what he put on heads or tails, do we? He's just doing this to convince himself to go, right? They say that the surest way to make a binary choice is to not call heads or tails, to assign the options, not call, flip it, and as it floats in the air, you'll figure out what you're wanting for, which you're waiting for or hoping for. I think that's pretty true. I've done it before. But in this case, it comes up tails. Don't go after Rika. Go after Rika? I don't know. We don't know. Doesn't matter, really. He takes it as a go-ahead. Borrows a bike. It's a nice bike. Yeah, it's a nice bike. Expensive. Potentially. It's hard to tell. Okay, that wasn't what I wanted. Hey, who's that? Aw. Stops him, gives him a message. The message is hyper important. And we get this flashback. Did Dad die? And this is post-funeral, right? Not sinking in. It's not real for her. Can't be. And for the first time, we get narration from Rika. We understand. Until that morning. She pulls away. And she met Yuta. And they kind of have a back and forth, a bit of a conversation via Kumin. It's pretty great. She overhears him, and then follows him. And he is ridiculous, but she's entranced. He was free. And she wanted that. So she put on the eye patch, put on the bandages. So then what was it? Salvation. And it was all you. Always, 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 always. So he screams. This is a great shot. I love it. Very E.T. I think maybe intentionally, I don't know. Rika, Yuta! No, it can't be. So she goes for the sprayer. One of the first ridiculous things that we've seen from her. And breaks down. Glorious night lighting. And he arrives just at the moment. Me, Dark Flame Master. You, wielder of the Wicked Eye. Let's go. And conflicts and problems. Are you satisfied with this pouring reality, or do you want to rewrite it with me? Bingo. Because guess what? Guess what? Guess what? Guess what? Guess what? Despite our deeply, dramatically limited control, we do have the power to rewrite reality. And the more we believe in it, the broader it gets. It's as simple as that. What the hell do you think you're doing when you move things around you? Or walk somewhere? Or, more importantly, talk. Talk to other people. Then you're rewriting big swaths of reality. You can put ideas in the heads of many people, and they can do things. How much reality is rewritten by an anime show? Mid-tier. Hundreds of thousands of people's minds changed slightly, just very slightly. Maybe a few thousand of them have a deeper connection to it, or latch onto some idea in it. Still, that's vast. That's huge. Immense. That's a reach beyond oneself. We can rewrite reality. We can. If you're ever feeling helpless or hopeless or depressed, feeling like you can't, remember that that's all we are. We are reality rewriting machines. And we're really fucking good at it because we can simulate it before we actually enact it. We can think about it. We can fantasize. It's crucial. It's crucial. Use your imagination. And then apply to reality. Shape it into what you want. Shape yourself first. Man in the mirror and all that jazz. Definitely shape yourself first, or at least try. But that's an ongoing process. Realize that you have influence. You have power. Not power in the military sense or power over people. Soft power. Ideas. They're important. Work. It's important. Ordering things. Putting things into order around you. It's important. Even if you feel like you're a non-existent cog in a machine. You know? Working retail, right? Nothing against retail, but retail sucks, right? Even if you feel like you're a cog in a machine, you're still doing something. Find a way to do more, or find a different machine. But you have power, and I think that's a powerful message. See what I mean? The fact that this show is popular and does that by conveying messages that can be important and to help people through potentially genuinely devastating periods of our lives, the types of points in our lives where people fall apart, really fall apart, adolescence, where people turn to other things, turn to drugs, turn to hedonism, turn to all kinds of stuff. Because they can't fathom their incapability of grappling with the cruelty of reality. And you present a message like this in a widespread medium, and people latch onto it. Yeah, that's working on a meta level. That's one of the things I appreciate most in anime, always. It's like Symphogear. It's not the same as Symphogear, obviously. I don't think it does it as well either, but I digress. That's the kind of thing that I love. This is the kind of thing that excites me, really excites me. And here it is. Plain as day. The message delivered with the means. Good stuff. Okay, so final scenes. Biking. It's glorious. Some goofiness from them all helping. Biking. The lights are there. Yes, they're beautiful. But they're just cruise liners. So not a train. Cruise liners. Check me out, though. Rend reality. And he does it himself for the first time. And they kind of went all out on the animation stuff. It's pretty fucking dope. Yeah. Yeah. Ugh. That distortion as his fingers splay apart, I really like that. Hold on. Check that smear. First this, where his hand is like almost mangled, and then it hits. And then distort blur, and then we smear. Right? Boof. Oof. Weird. Cool. Distort and grasp. So much punch to it. And of course, the flowy things, being all flowy. Pretty badass. Cool explosions. Very familiar explosions. I assume it's a common KyoAni explosion person. I don't know. And then wipe everything with purple, and then to white. And here we are. Welcome to the horizon. And it is beautiful. It really is. It's gorgeous. And the lights are watching you. Say what you need to say. Your true feelings. Sayonara. Sayonara. And he says it back silently. As we're flashing through all of these memories that she's finally able to let go of. Sayonara. And we can only imagine that he says the same. It's the right number of syllables. Sayonara. And it's real. And it's over. Narrator San jumps in and explains. Does becoming self-conscious about it and hating it really get rid of it? No, of course not. We are all of ourselves. Every person is a myriad, and more than that. There are multiple persons within you. But beyond that, there are multiple ages of person. The 3-year-old you is still there. You can tap into it. You can. Go play with some little kids, or play with something ridiculous, or invest yourself in something fun. That you is still there. The 8-year-old you, awed at the world, still there. You can find it. You can tap into it. It's valuable to do so, because you can learn things from your past self that you've forgotten. No, those crazy old selves don't go anywhere. They just get weaker. But we can keep them strong. We can. When we thought something greater watched over us. Still got her ladle, of course. Running that kitchen. Good shit, girl. Alright, La Policia. The fuzz. Sure. Playing the game. This process repeats from the day we are born until the day we die, forever and ever. Indeed, it is how we determine everything. But it is dear to us, absolutely. Self-consciousness. Facing oneself. And then we bookend. You want to see my eye? Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Good. Good. Solid ending. Interesting journey from not liking the chuuniness to having it be so essential that once it was removed, I hated it, to bringing it back. Predictable? Sure. But it nailed it. I think Chuunibyou nailed it. I really do. I think the first couple episodes could have been stronger. Could have been a little bit more varied in the humor, but can't really complain because I fell in love a couple days after, or a couple episodes later. All in all, it's been really good. It does, however, feel like it's kind of over. Like, this is it, right? This is the story. So, what are we going to do for season 2? Start off with the status quo of Yuta and Rika are lovers and then throw conflicts at them? Maybe. That's really hard to make a compelling story about. The only one I can think of is Gatari. And that's, like, pretty fucking high bar. To have a compelling ongoing relationship and then throw obstacles at it. And that's the whole story. I mean, that's not the whole story of Gatari, but step back before I get jumped on. All right. I don't know how you do that. Do we reset? No, because we just had, like, the most romantic shit ever happen. What reason does Rika have to hold on to her chuuniness now that she's accomplished that? Except that the show is called Chuunibyou, and that's part of her character. Weird. No idea what to expect, I guess. Right. I guess we'll find out in a week or two. We do still have the OVA. I'm definitely not watching it today. It's been 3 episodes. Holy shit. Might watch just the OVA next week. Take a little breather. Might watch OVA and episode 1 of season 2, so we have stuff to talk about. And stuff for me to think about over the course of the week. We'll see. I'll play it by ear when we get there. But for now, this has been the finale of Love, Chuunibyou, and Other Delusions, Season 1. I hope you've enjoyed it as much as I have, and I really hope to catch you next time for more of this, and hopefully it'll continue to be good. I really like these last couple of episodes. I think they nailed some things. Really nailed the pit of despair and the sinking feeling in 11, and then I think nailed bringing it all together with the support of friends and reasoning from Rika and understanding of the context of, like, the whole Chuuni situation all coming together while debating some of the philosophy of it and, like, the nature of the syndrome itself and the core concepts of the show, and then bringing it all together to a positive finale. That takes a lot of work, and I think it did it well. So I hope to catch you next week for more. See you there. Peace.